this game, Al.
And that is, of course, the overriding subplot of this game tonight. Miller coming to the end of an 18-year career, and the decision appears to be
with 6, so they erase a lot of mistakes.
We saw Larry Brown, second year in Detroit, Hall of Famer, underneath Davis, has it blocked, taken away to O'Neal, and then back out to Tinsley. Shot clock at 7. O'Neal against Rasheed Wallace, a little fall away for the first points of the game.
He's only shooting 35%. As the game goes on, his percentages have dropped because they alternate the Wallace boys in defense. And that also need right here for Tinsley to be able to open up. Now, he came back after a bad foot injury, but they need him to get into the paint.
Reggie Miller. Prince off the high screen from Wallace, back outside. 4 on the shot clock. Phillips, one dribble and then misses. And the rebound is tapped to Tinsley.
Yeah, look up now. They have Reggie in the other corner.
They don't see him. Instead, the shot is taken by O'Neal.
4 and 5. We're hoping to do that again tonight. But when you play Detroit, it's tough to keep it up for 48 minutes.
Price missing. 3 minutes into the game, Tinsley will slow it up. Detroit now over his first 4, and Reggie Miller gets free underneath.
Playing a team that is favored, you've got to take advantage of easy opportunities.
Steal underneath. So the Pistons do not have a field goal in the first 4 minutes of the game. Indiana's up by 6. Tinsley gets it back outside. O'Neal, 10-2, has the other 4. Wallace can't get it, and then the other Wallace, after the first tip doesn't go, puts it in, and it's 1 out of 8 for the Pistons from the field, 10-4. Miller, hanger from the lane.
Now that was...
Jackson, Steven Jackson from the baseline.
It's good to get...
Halfway through the opening quarter, Hamilton free off the screen at the shot clock expiration, and there is Rasheed Wallace getting good looks, but nothing's going down. They are 2 for 14 at this point in the game.
And as long as you're getting good looks when you're on the road, you know, you have to have faith in your guys.
Wallace missed, but the back tap comes outside, and that's knocked down by Phillips.
He stepped out and nailed Hamilton and put him on the floor.
3 minutes to go in the period. Hamilton.
Miller and Hamilton working against one another defensively. Watch the effort that they put just to get a catch, an open catch here tonight.
Miller. Miller. 6 on the shot clock. In and out for Rasheed Wallace. Anthony Johnson up ahead to O'Neal for the basket. 8 points tonight. Hamilton, again, that shot clock going all the way down again. Hamilton.
That's one of the toughest shots.
This is Carlos Arroyo who's come into the game. Member of the Puerto Rican Olympic team that knocked off the United States. This is McDyess off the bench, and what a difference he's made for Larry Brown this year. Arroyo gets it as it comes back out. Into the corner he goes with 5 on the shot clock and knocks it down.
You must pay attention.
Another great acquisition by team president Joe Dumars, who has really built this team. He's built a championship team, and then he goes out and he gets the other parts. And Detroit will have the opportunity for the last shot of the period, but instead they on a fast break. Why not? AJ working off the high screen, gets it back to O'Neal. Jones in the game for the first time. Flips it over to O'Neal in the corner. And Jermaine knocks one down. 4. Ben Wallace, Foster on him. Sets it up for Hamilton. Bingo.
Right now, see, Jones lost his man. You cannot turn your head when your man is Hamilton. You have to stay right in his chest, and then when he's coming off the screen, you're right behind him, because if you shoot the gap, he's going to fade on you.
Foster for the slam dunk. Over the last 3 games, Jermaine O'Neal has averaged for the game 10.7. He gets 12 tonight, and that's Jones. Brown, Larry Bird gets breaks up after Larry Brown takes a timeout.
Responsibility and responding with 12 points here in the first half.
You know, I watched that interview, and I thought of you as Lorraine Bracco, Michelle. But he came out of it okay, and he's playing great tonight.
Well, he's 6 for 9 from the field, and he's looking for the shot, and you can see that the follow-through is there, so the shoulder in the early going, not bothering.
Now the other Jones, Freddie Jones has been in the game, and now you've got James Jones.
Give the necessary rest to the first group.
This equals the largest lead in the game.
Oh!
And Phillips, softly.
Whoa, that was a miraculous type of a shot. They might have even gotten away by dragging that pivot foot. Excellent move, though, by Chauncey.
Jones lays it for Foster, and another slam dunk.
Time going to the rim.
Tayshaun Prince getting ready to come back into the game at the next stop. Wallace, he drops one.
Well, he's getting the opportunity.
Jones, Foster outside. O'Neal going to work on McDyess. Lost it, got it back. Beautiful.
Hey, everything's going my way tonight. There's no doubt about that. He's looking at all this, and the basket looks like the Atlantic Ocean in the early going.
And he's 7 out of 10. And now McDyess drops one in.
McDyess now, he's pulling up a little bit below the foul line and looking too many times to kick the ball back.
And he has no... McDyess works it back out. One on the shot clock, knocks it down. Can still get it. Reggie Miller says there should be a foul on Wallace. Then it's Salvador says, and the rebound comes to Jermaine O'Neal.
You have an advantage there.
Tinsley lays it behind Jackson, but he recovers. Gets tripled, loses the ball. Hunter to Phillips off the glass.
Yeah. People are upset for the full 48 minutes how hard they work.
And there's that pairing, and Reggie loses the ball.
Right now, Indiana, come on, you got to get shots at the basket because Detroit has shifted gears defensively.
Phillips backs all the way in and scores from the lane. But up, they led 35-25 here, and then Detroit's almost caught up again. Reggie Miller finds the open spot. Three-pointer.
Oh, he's got it right now. He has the feel. He came back. You know, he's trying to be a warrior about all this and suck up the pain. So you have to be careful. That's why we say, in traffic, you know, he might be a little bit of a liability.
That's a two-pointer.
Giving up 5 second shot attempts. Now, that's big because Detroit is shooting a very poor 41%.
Hamilton starts with a deuce here. Still talking about that shot clock has gone down to 2 and 1 on a number of occasions. Hamilton is 2 for 2, and it's a 3-point game.
That's what happens when you switch. When you switch out and Reggie Miller is off and you have a big man on Hamilton, he will keep his dribble, Allen. If you notice, he came out there 2 bounces, stretched the defense, shot it right in his face.
Miller, 18 years old with one team. Rasheed Wallace from the baseline. Drops that one, so 2 by Hamilton, 1 by Rasheed. Hamilton, he's been hot. And Wallace gets his first basket of the night.
Watch as he comes up over the back of O'Neal, not only catches it, but drops it down.
2 for Big Ben, and Indy's lead is 1. Here last year, suspended for the season. As Indiana with the ball here, here's Jackson getting it outside to Tinsley as the shot clock winds down. And a 2-pointer there for O'Neal, and then Steven Jackson was suspended for 30.
Time and time again this evening.
Miller to O'Neal. In and out. Saved by Jackson in the corner. He gets muscled down, knocked down. An inadvertent elbow from Rasheed Wallace, who helps him to his feet.
Foul. Hard foul. Easy call.
Yep. Dale Davis outside. Reggie Miller puts it up. Got it.
Reggie Miller is to hammer him every time that he's within range of a dunk or a layup.
Kinsley to Davis, underneath the recovers, dropped it for a moment, got it back, but
Dale Davis was looking for a foul, Al.
Rasheed down low, spinning. Foul is called on Jermaine O'Neal.
Shot.
There was only one foul called in the first 10 and a half minutes of the game as Steven Jackson finds the open lane. A few, basketball just two. Here's Hamilton coming out after the timeout to make it 59-53.
Got to make the pass. Hamilton all over Reggie. Great move.
Johnson finds Foster high off the glass. Technical shot is good. 19-10 assists, Indiana. Good movement tonight, making it pay off, and a foul before for the fourth. Taken away, Ben Wallace with the steal. Chauncey Billups, Prince spots up for three, and it's 61-60. Billups inbounding. Hamilton had a block, but also gets fouled.
Not continue to go away from him to guys who are going to shoot a low percentage.
And Jermaine has been limited to 2 points, 3 shots, but there is Foster getting free again.
Destroyed in that quarter, Al. He got to the foul line 11 times.
O'Neal from Miller.
Oh, hello.
Aloha.
Great. The opportunity to get a chance to fast break, you fast break. Because if you notice, that's what Detroit has been doing in the second half.
Johnson is free for a three-pointer. The third, backed up now by 6 points.
Big thing, when you're an offensive player and you're playing against a great defensive team, when that ball is kicked out to you, you got to be ready to catch and shoot.
The pass comes in. Johnson from 18 feet. That won't go.
I'm surprised there. Lindsey Hunter was gambled. He went for the steal that time, but when you try to reach from the rear, you're going to open up the shot.
Rasheed takes it from Ben and gets slammed to the court.
Yeah, but
foul on O'Neal.
Yeah, he's going to go strong here for the block right there. So anytime that you're going, it's not a deliberate foul.
Nobody in the game for either team has more than 3.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here. Reggie switches off on Prince. Watch him now. See, he's going to try to deny the pass. But you can see he fouled him once, twice. You had a number of times that you could make the call.
3 on Reggie Miller, so he's going to have a seat for the moment. A little over 9 minutes to play. Indiana already 18 fouls in the period, and Hamilton knocks one down.
And was already in the painted area.
Hamilton gets doubled, has it taken out of his hands.
Beautiful coverage that time by Jeff Wall. How about this for a steal?
Yeah, but Steven Jackson throws it away, and Hamilton drives in and scores, and the Pistons are up by 169.
Surprised that he went that far away from the basket, Al.
Under 8 left. Prince falling away off the glass.
Whoa.
Shot clock at 7. Jones dribbling, splits him. Gives it to O'Neal. Got it.
Facing. He gets in a little bit of trouble when he tries to run the spin move on that fade shot.
Hamilton and that will turn it over.
Bennett Salvatore is saying that the ball was deflected.
It was deflected, and so the crowd wanted it to be a turnover. It wasn't in 73-70. O'Neal, reverse.
First time tonight.
Here's Billups. Floater. And Chauncey Billups.
For the fan. No, all 5 guys have got to be below the foul line here.
Billups gets fouled.
From the floor. You just don't come down in transition and shoot up a 3 when you have a 4-on-3 situation. You have to, seek it out and make it happen.
Here's a guy that can shoot a 3.
And he was looking for the foul.
Has to go. Billups, 5 on the shot clock. He's going to have to launch it. He gets fouled by Johnson with 1 second on the 24.
He's down there like a pinball, just banging off of people.
He's underneath the basket. Shot clock is down to 6. Foster gets inside free.
Caused that pass to be made.
Foster has 12 points. He's 6 out of 7 from the field. Billups comes outside. Rasheed Wallace with a huge 3.
Now that's big. Billups twice passed out of the post area. He was not comfortable. But then when you have a percentage shooter in the three-point range like Rasheed Wallace, did not hesitate.
Reggie Miller.
Oh, yes! Oh!
Miller keeping him in the game. What else is new? 160.
Timeout and a 20. Indiana, 2 full timeouts.
Final minute of the game.
Oh,
Hamilton.
Big. Shot. There's your switch.
Reggie, 10 on the shot. O'Neal underneath, out of inbounding from the corner. Johnson. O'Neal gets it back. Reggie has it blocked. It was blocked.
Big block.
And then they have to foul Billups.
Now just watch the extension right there.
Ben Wallace.
Great play by Ben Wallace, who just continues to come up with all of the key defensive, either rebounds, the blocks, against a very high percentage.
And that's 7 points, 3 possession game, 23 for him, 49 for the backcourt of Hamilton and Billups.
They're looking for Reggie.
There goes Reggie, launching a 3, can't get that one. Hamilton gets the rebound and Foster ties him up for the foul. 15.7, and the crowd right now sensing the end of the series and already beginning right now the chant, the applause, and right now it's all about the end of a career in this building. And for Detroit, it's all about a vacation. Well, not a vacation. They're going to Florida. Not on a vacation, but they're going to Florida. Prince with a hug of Miller. Hamilton putting the frosting on the cake. Larry Bird has watched his team, I mean, all things considered, play unbelievably magnificently. And Carlisle's going to take Reggie out of the game to let him get the ovation and the acknowledgement. And even Larry Brown comes out to all the way down the court. Larry takes a 20 just to let the crowd. You know how that is so cool.
Yes, it is.
Larry Brown, who coached Reggie, but Larry is so human. He understands if you let play resume, you know, the crowd is back into it, the game winds up, and Larry calls a timeout so he can bring his team to the other side of the court and join in this.
Begin to talk about big shots because the list is so long, and then how the work, the man that he did within the community. They love him here because he was part of the community, not just a player here for 18 years.
Johnson misses, and Detroit will run the clock out. They'll go to Miami. Pacers season is over. Reggie Miller's career is over. Larry Brown coached Reggie, and it ends in the playoff game, and in the game where Detroit wins the series.
Carry it, man, and do it for as long as you can. Enjoy the truth, for real, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all. Hamilton